Looks like the moon's still trying to peek out there. I'll pick this up with line 459. It's Fell Burgundy Iris or Moses Cleveland's Canterbury Tales, Book 2. But what of the name? No contrivance was plain. In no way it resembled a dog. Camp now we must, for I feel in my gut tonight there will be quite a fog. Mine eyes caught a cave, our skins it might save. Our scent, 'twould be hidden by mists. Back down the cliff, the goblins might miss the trace of poor Izzard's fell gift. Their eyes say my smarts can't see through solid rock, if scent were our only betrayer. For sleep I do yearn, and more for to learn the advice of our benevolent soothsayer. That sounds about right, let's bed there tonight, for I too have got much to consider. Too few now be us, and admit now I must, my confidence is starting to wither. Were we to continue, we'll need a bigger menu, more meat to keep beasties at bay. And horses we'll take, for should we partake upon this our returning foray. No fire tonight, so bundle up tight, and cuddle you may if you might. For if all goes right, we'll leave at first light, afoul of our second day's plate. The dreams came at last, as night reached its haft, with nightmares abaft in the mists. Back to the fire plain, on some ancient date, where giants hacked Fechshoth to bits. His blood as it spattered, curdled into matter, small worms which burrowed beneath. They hid for millennia, feasting aplenty as they grew into bloated behemoths. The insects were worse, bridled with thirst, tumbling like dry rolling foliage. Like urchins with spines, they saw fit to dine upon any who lacked ample coinage. Where needles would pierce, skin would burn fierce, like spiny cicadas without wings. Like cacti with teeth, they gathered to feast upon blood that they drew through their stings. Some were quite small, round like a ball. Others no bigger than goats. Some were enormous, greater than a horse. Their numbers, of course, were remote. They rolled across the plain, proceeding to drain the life from the corps of surveyors. In this instance, no fault could be shown. The role of betrayer came later. The Empire Grand required more land, what brought me up north to these realms, with treaties to sign and allies to find, with polearms and great glittering helms. The barbarian plains were littered with grains, the nomads too deaf to have known. But Sutton held we liked. They had built a great dike, and brewed ale with the grains they had grown. Their society lax, with minimal tax, plying the waterways with trade. Their fortified walls were open to all, for thus were great fortunes made. The men of the north were taller, of course, Ramadoa, the wold and the vale. With vineyards nae sparse and a climate nigh harsh, many goods did they offer for sale. Near to the south, via word of mouth, I heard of an ancient society, plundered by gores, its riches lay strewn in subterranean halls of immensity. The Analechleth in volcanic neck did quarry and mine with an eagerness. Of diamonds and gold, their wealth, I am told, was the source of their trend towards evilness. Their riches, they say, are there to this day, underneath the great magma fountain. Know not, though, do I, exactly just why the pinnacle is called Jekyll Mountain. The map, though, was made with considerable haste, as we rallied for want of escape. The water, I'm sure, not altogether pure, metallic and bitter to taste. Our foe yet unseen, immune must have been to this poison that welled from the deep. Regret, though, do I, that soon I will die, this entry, last record to keep. Alas, could it be, these creatures unseen, sickened and twisted to vile existence, for fell waters make a rock-solid case of efforts we call paranoia. What changes in men were brought forth back then by poison that some could withstand. A defeat was unlikely, they withered unsightly, saith I, Mithralgar Caspensia. There have you the lore of 3 centuries afore, the time when the incubus came, when the earth had been sundered, the self-righteous blundered, yet slaves to their bidding the same. What lace of the mind by spiders design, what curtain not wove by the hand, of eyes that are bigger than the stomach permits, ambitions, some truly are grand. What fate befell Izzard, ere fond of that gizzard, what call in his mind for to heed, companion to greed in hour of need, what litanies accosted indeed. Oh, so dearly have I paid for all the wrongs I've done, oh, so nearly have I came to making rights undone, of darkened pales, piteous wails, of naught fell wrought for sale, of nigh forsworn, duty forlorn, unending, unbending scorn. Your debt is paid in cash alone, that heart ain't yours to give. You're evil, bud, go hit the suds, that's why we let you live.
Not forgotten those who fall, skin besotted for the call. Death, for whom the embers glow, inviting warmth, how soon to know. Hellbound fallen, truth to see, burnt in hell I am to be. A lowly wretch to shed upon, beneath them all, forever gone. A lie of life I let it be, to die a death of misery. A knowing worm underfoot, smattered under Satan's boot. Hey buddy, 'tis no boot I wear, get it right and have a care. Once don such footwear, persevere, no tie to lace or soul to bear. Beside myself, my heart aglow, with dark-lit embers from below. Remorse and pity, feel that gritty, pathetic notions will not do. Your life before me, do I care? Feigned concern, were you aware? You're barking up the wrong tree, bud, here ain't the place to get a hug. You had it in your hands, my friend, the choice was yours, and here it ends. No boat to heaven ever left, so rock a-plenty, life misspent. Submergent serpents, irk and ire, drowning froth, not your desire. You'll get there, friends, sooner or later. The devil was your ticket taker. Pages are stuck together. Hate it when that happens. So rock a-plenty, wide awake, you ain't abaft the pearly gates. Why wait when you can surely win and drown in hell, for they step in? For who am I to decline your big trip by your design? Your folly thus I do not mind, your spineless soul close to mine. So jump right in, my friend-to-be, know you suffering a long journey. Rock away, heaven sent, your soul the price already spent. Fortunes lost on mindless chase, hollow will if not debased. The plunge head first, temporal dash, timeless haste before the lash. With dreams to abort and no slitted throats, they rose to the sun's faintly glimmer. A vizard no sign, which to all was just fine. The trace of the mark thus grew dimmer. They marched day and night past sun's greatest height, far too excited to sleep, with map and with coin from goblin's purloin, forgotten the fate of the sheep. The village by noon was not all too soon, late breakfast at good Thompson's Inn, repose for the day to beds made of hay, in what but a barn had once been. Food could be had, but not on a tab, prepared at the tavern within. For ale and for beer, proceed to the rear, and enter the good dewdrop inn. Of honey and wheat and fairly fresh meat, of fruit that was baked in a pie, of bread on the sill, of garlic and dill, of cheese that was caked in a rind. Matilda the Hun, hair fixed in a bun, toothless and mind somewhat cracked. A Sutter was she, by marriage only, a relative of famed Bourget clan. What humor her way, what mood for the day, Matilda was off less than stable. How sweet with her smile, what innocent guile, as she cracked some fool's head on the table. Though mellowed with age, rage was her way. Of fairies she saw many, too often. Told stories they did, sang songs and then hid. Matilda, how soon for your coffin? True, men were her envy and greed fairly friendly, no matter the phallus she lacked. Foul goose on the lane, no gander to blame, despite how she cackled and quacked. At least I am sure no digit to lure the ladies lie under her tresses. I could say it so, though I really don't know what truly lurks under her dresses. Matilda was daft, 'tween ears quite a draught, too likely to blow with the wind. Sane she was not, vain, complained a lot, for misery good company had been. With friends such as these, no dragons are needed, nor demons who need not apply. Trust not in such likes, or when the beast bites, you'll never know who or quite why. Saul's brother was dark from faraway parts, the forest along the northern rim, from where hence arose Claudia and Catania both, though kin not, nor known unto him. Was Nigel his name? That sounds like rain. The spells that he cast mostly worked. My brother was Saul, who thought he knew all, and that's why he was such a jerk. When asked why it be, that run not did he, when bear came into the wood, I know not, cried he, why animals like me, though run sometimes, really I should. And I will stop right there.